Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well and are feeling energetic to start today's home-based learning. First, before we begin, I want you to prepare all your materials for math. Your mini clock, workbook, your math journal, and homework paper labeled Chapter 13, Time. Let's get started. I want you to look into your math journal and write journal number 1, the day today, and the topic that we're going to discuss. Have you ever tried baking a cake? How long does it normally take to bake a cake? Most of the activities that we normally do involves time. For this lesson, I want you to focus on our big idea. Keep in mind that time can be used to tell when activities start and end or how long an activity will last. This could simply be you baking a cake, you watching your favorite TV show, or traveling to another place. In this video, we are going to focus on learning how to tell time to the nearest minute and use the terms past and to when telling time. Make sure that you have your mini clock with you. Let's recall the different parts of a clock. This is an analog clock. An analog clock has a short and long hand. Can you still remember what is the long hand for? How about the short hand? The long hand pertains to your minute hand. The short hand, on the other, pertains to the hour hand. Most clocks also have this thin, long hand, which stands as your seconds. For this lesson, we are only going to focus on the minute hand and the hour hand. Observe the small markings around the clock. What are these for? How many small markings are there around the clock? Can you think of it? Can you count? And check on the mini clock that you have with you. One marking, or one line marking in the clock stands as 1 minute. There are 5 minutes from 12 to 1. Same with 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so on and so forth. So as we count and move the minute hand, we say that this still counting. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me continue counting. This is something that you learned when you were in class. One complete turn of the minute hand around the clock gives you 60 minutes. There are 60 minutes marked around the clock. Or we can also say that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Look at the set time on the clock. Try to do this in your mini clocks as well. What time is being shown on the clock? The time being shown is 1 o'clock. Moving the minute hand, following a clockwise direction around the clock, we can say that minutes have passed after the hour. Again, going back to 1 o'clock. If we move the minute hand backwards, following an anti-clockwise direction, we can express or say the time as minutes before or to the given hour. Now let's put that together. Again, if we move the minute hand following a clockwise direction around the clock, we say, or we can express the time as minutes after or past the given hour. If we move the minute hand backwards following an anti-clockwise direction, we can express or tell the time as minutes before or to the given hour. Now let us practice telling the time. The clock shows the time that you arrive in school. Write the time in your math journal. What does the clock show? Again, when telling the time, we start by the hour and then by the minute. So we say that the time is 7:15. We normally go to school in the morning, so we say you arrive in school at 7:15 a.m. In what other way can we write 7:15? How many minutes have passed after 7 o'clock? Looking at the time, we can say that from 7 o'clock, the minute hand moved from 12 going to 3, and that is 15 minutes. So we can say that 7:15 is the same as 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. Can you think of another way of saying 15 minutes after 7 o'clock? You can also say that 15 minutes after 7 o'clock is the same as 15 minutes past 7. Notice how the terms past and after are being used when the minute hand move forward or following a clockwise direction going to number 3. Let's try another one. Pretending that you went on a queue at exactly 12 o'clock to get your lunch. You were able to get your food on the time being shown on the clock. What is the time being shown? Write it in your maths journal. I hope you get it right. The time being shown on the clock is 12:05. In what other way can we write or express 12:05? Now, think about this. How many minutes have passed after 12 o'clock? Looking at the time, again, imagine the minute hand starting at 12, going to number 1. How many minutes have passed? We can say that 12:05 is the same as 5 minutes after 12 o'clock. Think of another way on how we can express 12:05. You can also say that 12:05 is the same as 5 minutes past 12. Again, notice how the terms past and after are being used as the minute hand move from 12 going to 1, following a clockwise direction. Now let's try this once again. Write the time being shown on the clock. The time being shown on the clock is 10:08. When we tell the time, we begin by the hour and then by the minute. So we have 10:08. In what other ways can we express or tell 10:08? How many minutes have passed after 10 o'clock? Again, looking back, imagine the minute hand pointing at 12 to show 10 o'clock, and then moving forward or following a clockwise direction until it lands at 8 minutes. So we say that 8 minutes after 10 o'clock is the same as 10:08. I guess you've read my mind very quickly. Another way of saying 10:08 is 8 minutes past 10. Notice how they use the expression or terms past and after when telling the time as the minute hand moves from 12 following a clockwise direction.